obedient. He invited Obi on the 17th of November, 2022. And this is what happened that day.
Party, the people are ready to waste your vote. The social media people, they are here live on the right. Look at us, look at us. Can you beat this crowd? We are obedient, we are obedient, we are obedient. This is not the beginning.
See vibes. Come on, buddy. Come. Obi! Oh! The man! Come on!
Obi is coming. Obi is coming. The president is here. These are not ants, these are crowds. 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 P2B is in River State. Go and tell them that River State is obedient. Go and tell them that River State is obedient. Tell them that P2B is for River State. Go and tell them. Go and tell them that P2B is for River State. Go and tell them that P2B is for River State. River State is obedient. Tell them that River State is obedient. Tell them. This is River State. And River State is obedient.
It was that massive. And it was almost like that everywhere back then. I know some of you may not remember that much anymore. Somebody said that they want to rescue Nigeria and they are making deal. That's a very dumb take to say. He wasn't there to give Wike anything. He didn't promise, or there was no, and that was why Wike had to go and meet with Tinubu. What Obasanjo was doing is practically just trying to garner what they call the political support, where they know that it is not about this crowd. It is about the people who can sabotage the effort of that crowd, which is what later happened. There was no record that Peter Obi offered him anything like Tinubu offered him. Yeah. So that's a very dumb take to say they want to rescue Nigeria, making back end. No. Their meeting in London was practically to say, please, try and give your support to him this time. He's no longer in your PDP and you never got the ticket as well. And from what we gathered, there is a substantial support for him in your state, but please don't sabotage it. Or the people, somebody like Wike wanted assurance. What are the assurances? I'll tell you. Number one, it will not be probed after he leaves office. There will be no EFCC after him. Remember, EFCC was already after him. It was because he had immunity. That's why he wasn't arrested. And that was why a year before the election, his own supposed accountant general for Rivers State, Fubara, had to run away from his own house. And he was living in government house because EFCC was about to arrest him. He was declared wanted for looting over 428 billion naira Rivers State money. With the weekend, he did a deal that if I support you and I do not sabotage you, you guarantee me that I will not be hunted and arrested for corruption. Everyone around me will not be targeted and arrested for corruption. A deal that on record though was not agreed to by Peter Obi. And this is not trying to kind of make him look like a good guy per se, but he was a good guy. In this matter, what we talk about right now, he was in fact a very good guy. Because he didn't give Wike the assurance he wanted, he needed. That was why Wike and his guys moved straight to France to go and meet with Kolu. And to Kolu, investigation after your office, that one is the smallest thing. Nobody is going to come after you about corruption or anything. No, nobody. You can enjoy your loot and all of that. Nobody will even raise any pim. As long as you assure me that this Rivers State, I'll get 25%. Please. Because we are doing all our permutation and our calculation. And maybe I say, we're not going to even see 2% in Rivers State. But we need something from that area that can balance up our permutation. And when the Wike was like, I want more. You are going to assure me that I'm going to get appointment. You give me appointment. And then you make sure that my successor is not removed by court. Which was part of the agreement to make sure that not only would Fubara will become governor through a process that was so crooked, there will be no court that's going to remove him in that manner. Because if there is no relationship between Wike and whoever is at the center, there is a chance that whatever abracadabra wuru they will do in Rivers State, then there's a chance that it could be thrown out of the tribunal since Wike won't be in government. Granted, if that's what you want. Granted, nobody will come after you. That's fine, sir. You are going to be there. We will deliver Rivers State. We will deliver more than Rivers State for you. That was how Wike became Tinubu's supporter overnight. Because Tinubu granted all of his whatever requests he wanted. And that was why Wike unleashed the never seen before violence on his own people. Just to make sure that they were able to not only destroy Peter Obi's vote, but to advance the APC vote for the first time in their history in that state. Something Rotifmi Amechi couldn't do for Bukwari. Wike did it for Tinubu. And it was now time for Tinubu to fulfill his promise, make him a minister, and give him immunity from any prosecution. The EFCC case that was there where Fubara was declared wanted suddenly disappeared. And that is why today, Wike and his existence, political relevance is inked on whatever Tinubu says or does. That is why Wike can sing and dance on his mandate, on your mandate. That meeting in Rivers, when he invited Obi delivered a speech before that election. I want to share that before we get to today, where he's talking about Obi lobbied him, and I'm coming. Watch this.
Take coming governor, when I was coming here, I was telling Governor Wike, now I can imagine what will be happening going into your head. How am I going to compete? What am I going to do next? But like I always say, there's always room for improvement. Just continue from where you stopped. We are here, Your Excellency. Let me first thank you and the good people of Rivers State for the honor of inviting us. I'm here with the Vice Presidential candidate of Labour. We thank you most sincerely for a large heart, for accommodation. You do not need to invite us, but you invited us. I thank you. And I'm especially honored for coming here for the second time for commissioning. I'm sincerely grateful. Nobody in this country can doubt your performance. Anybody who does so does not admit what is good. You've worked for your people. You've worked for Nigeria. And you've done everything that anybody could achieve. Most importantly, you have remained consistently consistent in positions you've taken. That is the most important thing. What is lacking, Your Excellency, in our country today is character, competence, and capacity. In all this, you've shown it as a state governor. And I'm sure it will continue in the incoming governor. I'm not saying, like I said freely, I join you when you say whoever is going to come after you will face a daunting task.
He had to sing the praise of his guy. This was after they met in London, remember? But he wasn't forthcoming on Wike's demand. Since he won't come up with anything, Wike signed onto Tinubu's bandwagon. He got everything. Yeah, they ensured of that. He became the minister of the FCT with a blank check that his own supposed FCT got removed from the TSA, Treasury, what's that called again? Treasury Savings Account or something. This was supposed to be where all the ministries, agencies, and parastatals of a government, right, where all their accounts is sort of linked, right? So Wike is like a free, like bird. He can spend as much as he wants. And after becoming a minister, in appreciation, this was him.
Very nice. I'm glad to see this.
Tell your money was
Jagaban.
Yes, sir. In the Chief of Staff's office. Well done. Very nice. I'm glad to see this.
Tell your money was
Jagaban.
That's the emperor of River State. That was what he got reduced to. Bajabia Mule. is the chief of staff to Tinubu. So he has to see him regularly. And whenever he goes to see Bajabi Amule, the roaring with the Wike outside, inside the room, that's who he is to them. All right? The Wike, almighty Wike of rivers. To the point that Bajabi Amule had to record him and keep it for himself. At a point, it's just published on social media for all of us to keep as well. So yesterday, or before yesterday, a supposed godson, Fubara, has turned against him because Wike want to collect 30% of all revenues, allocation, including loans given to River State, must be given to Wike so that Wike could use the money to maintain his political structure, right? The structure like that of House of Assembly. People want to be House of Assembly members, National Assembly, anything at all. They need that money to fund that. That was the agreement with Fubara that backfired and caused problems between them. So in his own tirade, Meltdown, yesterday, he said, Fubara it's not Fubara that is fighting him that much. That you, the obedient, now they amplify the fight simply because he didn't support Obi. That you can't deny it. You lobbied me. You lobbied me to support Obi. Oh, I knew I didn't support Obi. Supported Jagaban. In his words, Wike.
Obi's group, they lobbied me so much, yet they cannot deny it. And I said, look, this one won't fly. If I say it will not go to where I will not know it won't fly. So there's also a gang up that look, enough is enough. They must fight us back. They are fighting themselves. Did you understand me?
According to him, now they abuse him online, on social media, because he didn't support Obi. Because he told us, this one can fly. This one won't fly. They lobbied me so much. Nobody lobbied you so much. You made yourself a free agent to say, Atiku will not be president. So anybody who wants to be president, come on, let's talk. What do you have for me? And the only person who don't get anything for him now will be the only person who didn't say, oh, you know what? Yeah, your corruption case, don't worry about that. We'll clear that. What else do you want? I'll give you. Anything you want, I'll give you. Now only will be no promise of anything. And that was why it won't fly. And that is why it didn't fly. With Wike unleashed terror on his own people. People were macheted. Returning electoral officers. People were shot. They were chasing down the local government's electoral officers, ad hoc staff. They were macheting and, shooting them because they didn't want to release their result sheet to Wike's group so that they can falsify it and change it in favor of Tinubu. He also took a dig at Atiku. When Atiku said, the Rivers people have rejected Wike because he wanted to make himself a godfather. In the last local government selection, a very peaceful local government selection conducted by his godson Fubara to put together his own structure in the local government areas. At the back of Wike were those supposed House of Assembly members loyal to him, who initially they were going to impeach Fubara for going against the arrangements, the financial agreement between Fubara and Wike. Fubara never wanted to be governor. Let us be very clear about that too. That selfish madman, to protect himself, after office, he dragged Fubara that was so quiet, so gentle, didn't know anything per se. He dragged him into contesting for governor. That's why Fubara didn't campaign for governor. It was Wike that was campaigning for him. There were those within the Wike's camp who wanted to be governor. Wike told them, no, I'm the one who will choose your governor. Wike went as far as purchasing House of Assembly form. He bought all of the House of Assembly available forms in PDP, all the National Assembly forms in PDP. And he also bought and made sure that they only printed one governorship form in PDP that he gave to Fubara. Nobody said Fubara wanted to be governor. He was an accountant general, a civil servant, so helping Wike to steal money and make billions and trillions disappear from River State cover. The guy just wanted to just be a civil servant, go and become, it was Wike that dragged him into becoming or running to be governor, with the expectation that Fubara would just actually, be his indirect third term, by the way. So, like I said, the guy is an accountant that was like, I've helped this guy loot River State to the tune of 1.4 trillion naira. Out of that money, EFCC only discovered 428 billion. Now they declared me wanted. I'm supposed to be a civil servant who has a career. But look at this now. I don't think I want to kind of sit down here and be the cat paws for Wike, looting River State, sharing the loot and all that. Now my name, they're going to mention. The guy reneged on that arrangement. Wike ran mad like, you will not get anything. You will say, you'll be nobody. You are nothing. I made you who you are. That's why he's so angry. So angry. So now Fubara has come of age to say, you know what? Oh yeah, now let us just play the game. Is this structure? We can put structure together. Where do you start from? You start from the local government level. That is the structure. After that, you move it to the assembly. Then you move it to the national. Then you put your guys around. That's it. It's not that bad. It's not that hard. Instead of giving Wike 30% of a River State money, I would rather use the 30% to build my own structure. That was why that Wike did everything. But now they've accepted that. Bless, nothing can change that anymore now, okay? So what we are going to do now is to kind of keep reassuring ourselves that 2027, all of you, don't worry, 2027. Then Atiku now said, the Rivers people have, they have gained independence from Wike. That one entered so well that Wike responded like this.
When you don't have good people doing your work, you come and blame judges. When we arrange the legal team, did they blame judges? We arrange a strong legal team. They won. Did they blame judges? Now you don't know who is their lawyer. Anybody who goes, this weekend is too much of him, I'll file it. When you lose, he says, oh, the judge took bribe. No coordination, nothing. For anybody now to file an action, this weekend, enough is, he should not put me in the election petition this for me to be also the part. Okay, I will deal with him. He will deal with me. What's my business? And that's what's happening. It's unfortunate in our country. Every time you don't do what you're supposed to do, you shift blame to other people. That is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. You have seen APC, you have seen PDP. Which is the Rainbow Coalition. What will happen in this state in 20, I don't know whether they will stay or they will not stay, but what will happen in this state? Local government election is not general election. See, monkey. You think he will allow you to carry results to go to government house? and then announce without scores. Shame. Shame. You should ask you together what happened. Who will allow you in general election? It's not going to be